There is no denying that these are the real reasons why the Toronto Blue Jays got embarrassed in the wildcard series. And quite frankly, we shouldn't have been ignoring these reasons at all season long, because it came right around to bite us in the ass in the postseason. Reason number one, John Schneider pulling Jose Berrios. Jose Berrios was pitching an absolute gem in game 2 of the wildcard series. And in the 4th inning, the game was scoreless, and Jose Berrios' sweeper and sinking fastball were absolutely locked in. To start off the 4th, he had already recorded 5 strikeouts, and he was looking like he was going to go on an absolute run. However, John Schneider, well, he had a better idea. After giving up a leadoff walk to Royce Lewis in the 4th, and with only 47 pitches to his name, John Schneider decided to go to his left-hander Yusei Kikuchi to face the two lefties in the Minnesota Twins lineup. This proved to be a costly mistake, as Yusei Kikuchi, coming out of the pen for the first time this season with a runner on base, gave up a single, walk, and a 2 RBI single to Carlos Correa to give the Twins a 2-0 lead, and that's all it would take for the Minnesota Twins to eliminate the Toronto Blue Jays. Many Blue Jay fans were up in arms saying, why in the hell would you take out your starter when he's absolutely dominating in the 4th inning? Well, this is a classic example of a manager having the inability to ditch the analytics, ditch the pregame plan, and use your eyeballs to see that Jose Berrios was in fact having a great game. This was absolutely a predetermined decision, and John Schneider was never going to waver from it. You have to have the ability to make a mid-game adjustment and let your starting pitcher pitch. These are human beings, not probabilities, John Schneider. And even the Toronto Blue Jays players were upset with John Schneider's decision. And he proved to himself, the fans, his own team, that he doesn't have what it takes to be a major league manager. Reason number 2, and definitely the most prominent reason in this series. Time for a quick shout out to Betway. Betway is the best place to make all of your sports bets on all of your favorite teams. Betway is also in collaboration with iGaming Ontario. Must be 19 years older to participate. And guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. The Blue Jays' inability to get timely hits. The Blue Jays actually managed to out-hit the Minnesota Twins 15-12. They even performed better with runners in scoring position, going 3 for 14, where the Twins only went 1 for 10. But the difference maker was the long ball. 2 home runs from Royce Lewis in the first game was all it would take for the Twins to win game number 1. And Carlos Correa's 2 RBI single against Yusei Kikuchi in that 4th inning was all it would take for the Twins to win that one too. Whereas the Blue Jays, I guess you had 1 RBI single from Kevin Kiermaier in game 1, but that was it. And without that ability to be clutch, the Jays never had a chance. And number 3, poor base running. Bo Bichette back in game 1 tried to stretch Kevin Kiermaier's single into an RBI single, but he was cut down at home plate by Carlos Correa, who made an incredible defensive play. Now, I believe when you're struggling to score runs, it was a good gamble at the time, but again, an out on the base paths is an out on the base paths. And the more obvious and recent one was Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting picked off at second base with 2 runners on and 2 outs, and Bo Bichette at the plate. I've said it in our last podcast, that is an inexcusable mistake. And a base hit there could have tied the game, changing the Blue Jays' momentum moving forward. And these mental mistakes have happened all year long, which cost the Blue Jays regular season wins, as well as their postseason chances. But now that it's over, guys, what do you think is the real reason why the Blue Jays lost this series? Thank you so much for watching. And as always, guys, go Jays go.